Hi, everyone. Or hi, Christopher. Nice to see you here, as always. Uh, yeah, I'm thinking I thought of like, I had a huge package coming in and right now my cat is sitting on the box, but I had a huge package coming in today of records that I bought on a record store day sort of sale, flash sale. I think they sold almost everything in like an hour or something like that. It was just insane. But I was very early in and got what I wanted. I actually put in two more like that the same evening. So three orders. The only one that I got sent to my house is this one. I'm going to Gothenburg next week to meet up with a guy who is printing a or pressing a record. So I'm getting the Hansson and Karlsson, the new Hansson and Karlsson release next week. So I thought like I can get the other ones when I go to Gothenburg. But these I bought with sort of shipping and stuff like that. So I love opening packages. Obviously, we all do, and I just wanted to sort of live on camera share the thrill of opening a new package. They might be broken, every one of them. Then this is going to be a pretty sad thing. So yeah, hi Christopher. Hope you are doing well. I have a beer. I'm going to drink this while we wait for, not while we wait, but maybe some more people are showing up. I think there's 8 here now, so awesome. Here we go. Fruity IPA from, let's see here, Brew York. Yeah, looks like that. Cheers. So while waiting for other people to show up, I thought of starting off with, it's been a pretty hectic sort of couple of weeks. The shop is doing great. I get orders every day, and that is just insane. It's so much fun. So obviously I don't buy as much used records as I did before. Most of the money that I earn goes into some sort of like stock, I guess. So when people are buying the records, I have them in stock so I can send them right away. So I'm building sort of a small stock, but that hasn't stopped me from buying records from the same distributors and also used records. And actually, there's a guy called Peter in Sweden. Fantastic guy. I've met him a few times when I was visiting a friend in Stockholm. So we've talked, but I know him mostly through social media. And he actually threw out an ad on Facebook like just 2-3 days ago, something like that. And he had some reissues to sell. So I jumped on it right away, bought 6 records, and they are actually Record Store Day related. So I'll thought of like showing them first. This is Death and the Lady by Michael Raver and Joan Mills. I actually had no idea about this. I don't know if it looked folky and the price was right. I think I paid like €10 for this. Still sealed, 180 gram, black vinyl, limited edition, hand numbered, all that jazz. So, and Sunbeam Records, if I remember it correctly, they sound pretty good. Next one is, this is one of those records that was released in Sweden, hyped as shit when it came out. Everyone wanted a copy, and now they are almost like they have to throw them after people. I think they pressed up way too many, considering what it is. It's Lee Ryder's group, 1966 to 68. And Lee Ryders were some of the people that got famous later on in different sort of psych and prog groups, such as Håkan Franzén, Tommy Slimborgud, and Bosse Häggström. I have no idea how this sounds, but Universal released it. I think that it's pretty cheap to buy now. Another one, and I had to go way off my comfort zone for this one because I don't buy a Karma, but I'm starting to maybe wiggle a little bit on that. What I don't like about a Karma is that I think that it's very sketchy with the rights. So I know I have one Karma record in my shop for sale right now, and that's the Dark record, which is impossible to find otherwise as a reissue with the sort of standard cover artwork. But I don't think that, or I know that Karma didn't give a cent to the guys in Dark. So I don't know, maybe I'll put that away from the shop. I don't want to spread like bad vibes through the shop. But anyway, Paper Flowers, Dave White and Marianne Siegel. Again, I have no idea about this. I have to give it to Karma that they always had very sturdy sort of cardboard sleeves, and the sort of the artwork has, well, the stuff that I've seen, always been top notch. So let's see here. Christopher, have a listen to Wilhelm Bromander, Jonas? Yeah, sure. I think I know who Wilhelm Bromander is. He's a jazz musician in Sweden, I guess, but can't remember what instrument he's famous for or play. Yeah, me too. And this, I mean, now when getting into the shop thing, it's insane. I mean, I get packages like every week now. It's like Christmas every week. Next one, another. This is Bow Street Runners, and this was issued on Sundays. Opened, one of the few ones that was open, and I sampled this. I had no idea about this. This is a rare ass record. If you want the original, an otherworldly blend of female blotter acid harmonies, hypnotic farfisa, and high octane fuzz guitars. I mean, present to a radiant prism splatter of color. Just the sort of hype sticker does it for me. And another Record Store Day release, the Music Machine, Talk Talk. I've never heard this. This is essential garage rock, and I have never heard it, not to my knowledge at least. So it's going to be awesome to sink the needle into the groove of this one. Yeah. Also sealed, and this is also sealed. The last one, the Druids of Stonehenge Creation, also some dazed. Yeah, as I said, sealed. So most of them were €10, and I think I paid like 15 or 18 for 3 of them. Cheers. Bow Street Runners is good. Yeah, I hope so. It's going to be awesome to play them, but I think I've had one evening where I spun records the last 2 weeks or something like that. I get way more records than I can listen to right now. Hi, dude. Psycho H. Greetings from Finland. Awesome. Heive Menno. I hope that means skål or something like that in Finnish. Okay, so we are 13 watching. So I'm going to go get cracking on the big box now, if my cat wants to leave. This is Lisa. Lisa is a very sort of, if she was the Seven Dwarfs, she would be grumpy, definitely. So let's just talk like 2 minutes about Record Store Day, because I'm not a huge fan of Record Store Day. So why am I doing a live stream on Record Store Day releases? What I don't like about Record Store Day is the sort of the hype. I think it's very political. It's turned out to be political. I think that the big stores get the most stuff And it takes away a little bit of what I think is the main reason for Record Store Day, where smaller shops one day every year gets a lot of attention, and people are going into the stores because they have no idea if they are getting or not getting sort of the rare ass releases. I actually have no opinion really about people going in and buying up stuff and then putting them on eBay later on. This is just how the world works, in my opinion. People are doing that in sort of every not hobby, but in all in the world. So making a profit on something is nothing new. So yeah, I think I've bought one Record Store Day record in the past that I knew I was just buying to sell, and I bought it as a sort of web thing a week afterwards, and I knew that it was a rare one internationally. Anyway, so yeah, that's my sort of 2 cents on Record Store Day. I'm not a huge fan. I've attended like 2 Record Store Days in my life, just to see what it was all about. It wasn't my thing. I don't like crowded people and standing in line and stuff like that. But so what am I doing with this box? Well, Bengans is I think the second largest record store in Sweden. It's the largest store when it comes to physical stores. They have 2 venues, I think, one in Stockholm and one in Gothenburg, and they are massive when it comes to sales online. I think I might be wrong here, but I think that Bengans is the ones who owns Record Store Day in Sweden. They have taken on themselves to organize the entire thing. So when you are participating in Sweden in Record Store Day and putting up the fee for being in Record Store Day, you are paying Bengans. I think so. I might be wrong, so don't take my word for it. But I think it's like this. So Bengans obviously gets most of the records on Record Store Day. And they are also the first ones that send them out the following Monday, so you can buy them online. And I guess now that they also are the ones that has the most stock of records. Bengans is also famous for having crazy prices. Like I never buy anything on Bengans because they are super expensive, unfortunately. So I can get the same record from almost anywhere else and get it cheaper than on Bengans. So when it comes to Record Store Day releases, I mean, they start at 40 euro and up for ordinary Record Store Day releases. I don't think that I've bought anything Record Store Day related online from Bengans. I don't think so. But I'm a subscriber of the newsletter. Cheers. So the other day, an email dropped in the email box, and it said that they had a flash sale. It was, I think, it was 50% off their prices on all Record Store Day records to, have more room for future Record Store Day releases. So I think I was 5 minutes late to the game. Started flipping through I was at work, and I stopped everything I did and just went through the entire thing and putting stuff in my my cart. And there were some crazy things that I didn't sort of buy because I was hesitant if it was a good price or not. And some stuff I hope is in here, you will see, is great ones. So 50% off is about, I guess, 30% off or something like that if you compare it to ordinary Discogs prices. Nu får du gå väck, Lisa. Hej då. So a big box arrived. There is definitely, at least 2-3 titles that I'm super excited about getting, and a few more that I'm gonna talk about in later videos. Hey, nice packaging. So here's the följesedel, no invoice thingy. Let's take some, let's say, greetings from, here. Tjena Jonas. Hi. New sounds and old. Awesome. Hi, welcome. Let's see here. Wanted to buy from Bengans once, but couldn't ship to Denmark. No. I don't know if they do it now. I think they have sort of upped their game a little bit on web shops. But if you compare like Bengans to Ginza, which is the largest online record store in Sweden, and they are larger by this much. Like there is Ginza, and there is Bengans, and then there's everything else. And I think that Ginza is like 10% better prices on everything that Bengans has. I did some research, and my conclusion was that I think that they use the same distributors, and they have built the same sort of OP bridge between the database from the distributors and their web shops. The only difference is that Ginza has a better deal or something like that than what Bengans has. But that's just my sort of guess and conclusion. Skål. So let's just go through them as I unravel them. I actually had this on my sort of radar when it was released. I think last year or the year before that. Last 2 years, I started to dive a little bit into John Prine. And I think that he is, if anything, like a very American sort of artist. But the ones who are getting into him holds him very high when it comes to not only country, because he has sort of that singer-songwriter vibe to it, in my opinion. Anyway, John Prine at the other end, December 1975. So 2 full sets, 39 songs and 4 LPs. 180 gram solo acoustic show, limited to 12,500. Is that really does that count as limited if it's 12,500? Anyway, it's a numbered edition. I don't know if you can see. This is number 4,944, and I read somewhere that it was like mastered by Bernie Grunman or something like that. So this is going to be awesome to dive into. I even think that a shop in north in Sweden, Christopher knows about it, called Bipopalulaland, had this for sale, but I didn't get it there either. So yeah, awesome. Let's see here how much I paid for it. Can't see how much I paid there. Why not? Why not? Yeah, why not? I'll do it on the computer. It's much easier. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Bang! I can log into my account, can't I? Bengans. This is entertaining. Like, who am I kidding? You don't have anything else to do this evening. So, yeah, I paid 445 Swedish kronor, which is the equivalent of maybe 38 euro. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Something along that line. And I thought that was a pretty nice price for a 4 LP box set of John Prine. It's going to be awesome to dig into that. Please comment if you have any sort of comments or questions or opinions on the stuff that I'm showing. So this was the one that I was hoping they had for sale, and I was hoping that I could get. And I think it was like 2 or 3 days before they actually announced that I got all the records, because when I put in the order, the first order of 3, it said that they reserve for if they sell out or something like that. So I was super nervous, especially on this one, if I would get it or not. And I'm glad I did. This was the only one that I saw last year on Record Store Day that I really, really wanted, but the price was just too high. So, but it was close, like really close of me getting it. This is Albert Eiler in Europe 1966. Record Store Day exclusive, limited to 2,000 copies, 4 LP set featuring performances in Berlin, some German city that I can't even pronounce, Stockholm and Paris. Mastered by Dave Gardner at Infrasonic Mastering and pressed on in Palace. Includes gatefold insert with liner notes. This was definitely one that I wanted, and I think that people wrote pretty good stuff about it. Now, Benjans, I think from start, wanted 1,990 Swedish crowns for this, which I guess is the equivalent of like 160, 70 euro, something like that. And now on sale, I paid, drum roll, 990. So about, I don't know, 70 euro, maybe, something like that, which is still a steep price. But this time, yeah, I went for it. Can't remember what this guy was called, but I've read the Albert Eiler biography not too long ago, and they write pretty much about this guy. He was a scholared violinist of classical music. He played with Eiler. They weren't really on the best terms with each other, and he left the group. And I think he left music all in all. The later stuff with Eiler and him on violin is really, really great. Cheers. No questions, nothing like that. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, this is great. Love this. This was also one that I saw. I was sort of like, this is one of those records that I felt like it's a little bit like cash grabbing, and sort of vulturing on this artist, because it's been released in several other sort of medias, and I think even on vinyl. Anyway, but I think that I'm gonna see what I paid for it, but I don't think I paid too much for it, so it went in the sort of the basket. This is Miles Davis Turnaround, rare Miles from the Complete on the Corner sessions. So I don't even think that this is, it's just 4 songs on a 10-inch from the on the Corner sessions. There's a great CD box set with Bitches Brew, In a Silent Way, and this one, a buddy of mine has it. It's a great one. I wish that they released the entire thing on vinyl. Instead, we get a sort of a sample of that CD. Yeah. Space Age Funk Rarities from On the Corner sessions. Let's see here. I paid, and this is, I think that this was very popular when a lot of people got this, but they also pressed the hell out of it. So there is so many copies out there. Let's see here. I paid 155 Swedish crowns, which is maybe 11 euro for it, something like that. Have to take my calculations with a pinch of salt, I guess. I had no idea about this. I saw the artist, I saw the price tag, and I just almost took a chance on it. So I still don't really know what I got. But this is Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. I'm going to do what I want to do live at my father's place, 1978. So a little bit like later Beefheart compared to what I listen to when it comes to Beefheart. Complete show from the Shiny Beast Bat Chain Puller 1978 tour to LP limited edition. Yeah, Rhino Records used to, they are usually pretty good if I remember correctly. So yeah, other than that, I have no idea. Like maybe this is shit. I don't know, but nothing Beefheart is shit, is it? Cheers. Let's see. People are writing. Let's see here. Jonas, ship. Miles. Miles is a boss. That he is. That he really is. Bought the Miles on Rexor Day. Nice little compilation. Yes, that is a pretty good term for it. A nice little compilation. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's hindering them for releasing box sets of the entire sort of sessions of Bitches Brewing in a Silent Way and stuff like that. I mean, it will be a pretty big box, so maybe I'm only guessing here, but like 8 discs, something like that. But then again, people nowadays are buying the most weird stuff. so I mean, if Miles Estate is releasing like the entire In a Silent Way, yeah, I think it would be a no-brainer. This one was actually a pretty nice one because I paid 115 Swedish crowns for this, which is the equivalent of maybe €8, something like that. And I think that it's one of those that was released a pretty long time ago. It's not super expensive if you find it on Discogs or anything like that. But I've never had a copy of this sort of famous Psych, dare I say, masterpiece. The 5-day week, Straw People, In Love with My Beautiful Fruit. This is listed as one of Record Collector's 100 greatest psychedelic records, featuring John Ducan, ex Atomic Rooster. Limited edition. How limited? We have no idea. 1968, Morgan Bluetown. Feels pretty cheap. I don't know. For 115 Swedish krona, maybe I have to be satisfied. Does anyone know about this one? Yeah, nice one. No more questions. I'll continue. This I had no idea about. I saw who mastered it, and that was it. This is Newport Rebels. Charles Mingus, Max Roach, Eric Dolphy, Roy Eldridge, and Joe Jones. Phil Joe Jones, I guess. Jazz Artists Guild. Record Store Day, remastered by Bernie Grunman from original master tapes. And I read some of the sort of Discogs reviews of it before I pulled the trigger, and most of the people had just the best things to say about it. It's sort of I don't know if it's called a tip-on jacket, but it's glued here. So it feels very sturdy also. Feels like they put some love into this. And I mean that lineup. I actually listened to most of the record on YouTube today at work. It really swings. It's a great one. So nice one to get. And just for the sake of it, let's see here. I paid 195 Swedish crowns, kronor, for this one, which is, I guess, the equivalent of maybe a €15. I'm just saying numbers here. I don't know. Starting to get drunk. 5%. Shit. Miles is the boss, yeah. Everything with John Ducan is fantastic. He is a beast of a guitarist. Yes, he is. Please, Christopher, let me know which of the Guercian releases were John Ducan with. I think that didn't you buy some? Was it Andromeda? Let me know. Yeah, I know you said that your favorite guitar player. That is a pretty good sort of grade on a musician. I don't know who my favorite guitarist is. It was John McLaughlin, but I don't listen much to that anymore. I listened to a lot of it back in the day. Yeah, continuing on. Fuck is this? Okay, yeah, Dedication by Herbie Hancock. This is awesome. This is, I think, from the get-go, this was a Japanese only release back in 78, 79 maybe. Pretty late one. No, 74. Okay. And except for Herbie Hancock, I think that there is only Japanese players or Asian players on it. Might be mistaken. No, I think so. And only trio. And again, one that I've had on my want list for a while. And yeah, listen to it today at work. It's a great one. And for this, I had to shell out 200 Swedish crowns, which is the equivalent of maybe 18 euro, 17 euro, something like that. This is going to be awesome to sink my teeth in. Let's see here. Yeah, he played with Andromeda, Bullet, and Atomic Rooster. I think that I have your Bullet record here, Christopher. Or did I send it already? Andromeda, Attack, Atomic Rooster, Bullet, and Demon. Yeah, 5 day week, Straw People, Hard Stuff, Hellhound. Pretty good track record. It's got to be the best guitar player that played with the most bands. All killer. Cool. I have to focus more on his guitar work with those ones. Okay, moving on. I was pretty happy with this one also because it looked super intriguing, and I sampled like one or two songs. I don't know if the entire record is worth getting, so I don't know if I may have taken a chance on this, and it was pretty expensive. So I don't know, maybe I'll sell it or something like that. But this is the New Riders of the Purple Sage, Liquium 72. Records today, New Riders set from closing night of the Grateful Dead European Tour 1972, 50th anniversary 3 LP set, mixed by Jeffrey Norman at Bob Weir's TRI Studios from the original 16-track analog master to reel-to-reel recording. Yeah. Anyway, I had very little sort of knowledge of this band before buying this. So now I have sort of dived a little bit into their catalog, and it's a little bit too much country honky tonk for me. But some of the tracks that I've sampled from this recording or this live take was great. Sort of like Hello Mary Lou, which is a pretty boring song otherwise, but it's they feel like a pretty sort of lame blend between Grateful Dead and the band, maybe. So yeah, if anyone knows about this, let me know. Yeah, Christoph says the Riders of the Purple Sage is great. I'm definitely gonna give it a try or a chance or whatever you want to call it. But I paid 495 Swedish crowns for that one, which I guess is the equivalent of maybe 32, 35 euros. I'm just screaming out numbers here. I have no idea. Okay, Christopher. I was hoping you would watch this, because I think that we have talked about this record. I don't know how many years it's been. Like, for real. It's been like years that we have talked about this, and we could never come up with sort of a trade or a buy or anything like that for the reissue that you have. And lo and behold, on the sale was not the 3 LP set. I don't know if you had a 3 LP set, but this is now and again definite reissue of the album Mojo magazine, called one of the most prized funk artifacts of all time. Lacquer it's cut by Bernie Grunman in an all analog transfer directly from the master tape. Exclusive oversized booklet and all the hoopla. So this was definitely one of the highlights, I have to say, of the sale. I had no idea that this even was out there, because I've been so focused on Christopher's copy that I didn't know that anything was released afterwards. And I paid strikingly 265 Swedish krona for this one, which is like $20, something like that. And Christopher's reaction. Yeah, I know. But you know what? You won't have me nagging about this anymore when it comes to the reissue, anyways. And you can sell it to someone else. So yeah, let's see here. New Sounds and Old. Whoa, good purchase. Stark Reality. I have to say, like, I love Stark Reality. I think that this is one of the coolest records that has ever been recorded and released. In my opinion, this is a 10 out of 10. And maybe it's also because of the sort of quirkiness behind the entire thing, doing something for children's television. And it sounds like, I don't know, Steve Lacy and Sun Ra had a baby, and out of it came Mahavishnu Orchestra. I don't know. I have the original. I know you do. Don't rub it in. I know you have the original. We have talked about this. One day. Okay, moving on. Yeah, this is awesome. You don't see these records many times in my collection or in recent vinyl finds. So, I mean, let it sink in a little bit. Okay, looks like that. So this is Slum Village Trinity, past, present, and future. So Slum Village, first time on vinyl in over 20 years, pressed on double-colored vinyl. Features beats and rhythms by J Dilla, aka JD. Something like that. So this is hip hop, something like that, rap or hip hop. Yeah. Let me know what you think. But I didn't buy this actually. What I bought was, let's see here. What I bought was, when you go to the site, when you're putting everything in your cart, you just go for the, mostly at least, I do, go for the pictures of the cover artwork. And I saw Ray Ayer's Stone Soul Picnic. It was like 200 Swedish crowns or something like that. So I put that in the cart, and off we went. Later on, when they sent the damn thing, and I went through my orders just to see, like, what did I actually buy. I saw the title of this, and I couldn't remember me putting that in. So when you click on it, you see the wrong artwork. You see the Roy Ayers record. So I have already contacted them. This is going back. So yeah, still no hip hop in my collection. Yes. No one likes a show off, Christopher. Hey, if there's any sort of, in any shape or form you can show off, it's definitely here. Yeah, 250 crowns. That is just like, shit, bastard. Okay, moving on. I bought this mainly on the cover artwork because I thought that I recognized it from early 70s, maybe, so sort of black exploitation or if it was a library record, something like that. So I put it in the cart, I bought it, and then I read that this is, I think that it's sort of a spoof of that cover, because what it really is Satan's Pilgrims live at Jackpot Records, recorded in 1999. So I think that this is like a rockabilly record. But it looks pretty nice, so I won't shut this down. I'm actually going to play this. If I don't like it, I can probably sell it for what I bought it for, which is 215 Swedish kronor, which is like 16 euro. I say another every time. Yeah, moving on. Again, this was one that this is opened. Someone's put this out of the okay. Yeah. Anyways, beggars can't be choosers, right? This is Pepper Adams with the Tommy Banks Trio live at Room at the Top, and this is also one that when I saw when they were sort of like talking about the releases on Record Store Day, and this came up. A lot of people hyped this 2021. Limited edition of 1500 is number 412. And I sampled it today at work, so I actually bought it before I knew how it sounded. And fortunately, it sounded pretty good. Cut by Kevin Gray, which is always a good thing. Polylined in the sleeves, which also helps. And someone has taken shit on it. So, yeah, definitely shit. Wonder why they returned it. Anyway, it's going to be awesome to check that out. A little bummed that it was opened, but anyway. Previously unreleased live recording from 72, double LP mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio, remastered audio transferred directly from the original tape reels, and includes a booklet. A CD also available. Cheers. Fuck you didn't. Bought it from Halmstad. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It wasn't from Halmstad. No. Christopher. No. This is actually the last one. I'm going to read the other ones that I got just for the sake of it, because I don't think that'll do a live opening of those. But this is the last one. Monk, Palo Alto. The Custodian Mix, unknown, unheard until now. Thelonious Monk 68. Everything Monk is a masterpiece. Monk could fart on the keys and it would be the best thing that has ever put out on wax. And I paid 210 Swedish krona for this, and it's billed at 419 Swedish krona, so half price. This is actually one that I've had on my want list that I was supposed to buy, but I never did. Another impulse release. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to read to you the other ones that I bought. Seconds after I put in my order and with shipping, I saw that they had the Bill Evans Treasures, which is a 3 LP set from 2023 from Denmark, one of the places that he played at least. And it's released on Elemental Records, which I don't have anything. I don't think so anyway on Elemental, but everything I've read about it, it should sound fantastic. They had it for 929 Swedish crowns, and I think I paid like 400 Swedish crowns for it. So I'm picking that up. It's going to be awesome. And the next batch later that evening that I bought was Dave Brubeck Trio live from Vienna 1967. I also bought, this is a quirky one, Baronian Sorin, Middle Eastern Soul of Carly Records. It's a 3 LP set of sort of Turkish psychedelic jazz. And for like $20, it was a no-brainer. Roy Hargrove and Mulgrew Miller in harmony. Only reason I really that I bought it was because it was cut by Bernie Grunman and pressed at RTI. So it's sort of, and cut all analogs. So it's audiophile press or record. It was hailed by people in the sort of reviews on Discogs. So I took a chance on it for like 20 euro. Also bought Willie Nelson live at the Texas Orpheus House 1974. 2 LP set. I don't know, like Willie Nelson 1972, maybe it will be the worst thing I've ever heard, or it will be great. I also bought Trevor Lucas Overlander. It's I think it's a sort of a folk record from mid-60s that is super rare, that they reissued for Record Store Day, and I paid like 160 Swedish krona. Also for some Robert Lester Music and Dreams, which I actually had my eye on since it was released, and I paid like 110 Swedish crowns for that. Dana Gillespie, Foolish Seasons. It looked awesome. I've never heard about it. It's a Decca release, and I paid like 140 Swedish crowns for it. And last but not least, a Larry Coryell record, At the Village Gate. I guess mid-70s, something like that. And I paid 136 Swedish krona. So yeah, that's it. Let's see here if I had anything. Bill Evans' title is amazing. Yeah, I know. I've seen them coming out on Record Store Day, and they have gone up in price pretty quickly, if I remember it correctly. And with Bill Evans, he released so much stuff, and not everything is great, but most of it is at least good. And I mean, we all know that there are many masterpieces in his catalog. Very productive musician. So when it came to these releases, especially now afterwards, when you weren't jumping on the train when they first released it, I don't know really where to begin. I need Bill Evans. Yeah, you do. There's another Bill Evans title recording in Copenhagen being released for Record Store Day Black Friday later this month. Yeah, I saw something about that. That's one of the perks with being now a record store owner. Even if it's online, you get all the sort of news from the different distributors. So I have all the Record Store Day lists and stuff like that. And some of them don't care if you are a physical store or if you're an online store. You can buy anything you want, which is sort of just the opposite of what Record Store Day is all about, which is also one of the reasons why I don't like it. But I haven't ordered anything, actually, not yet. So yeah, I think that's it. Pretty good pile, in my opinion. I shelled out like 6,000 Swedish crowns. So I don't know. Maybe some of it will go up in my shop because I don't have time really playing anything right now. Or I'll sell some used stuff to finance that. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I think you can comment, and I'll watch that later on if it's anything that you're wondering. I have to go. I'm sorry, Christopher. I have to go up to my wife. I think that she missed me, but you're sweet. Yeah. Have a nice evening, everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye.